So, food for thought. I was reading a book recently and it's really long. It's an audiobook. It's like 69 and a half hours, but it covers all this stuff about religion and like Catholicism specifically, but all these different aspects of life, like getting closer to God, prayer, meditation, fasting, like tons of different stuff. And all the sections are broken up into like 4 or 5 minute sections. And one of them was talking about preparing to pray. Like, how do you get ready to pray? And I never really thought about that, right? But one of the things you need to do is you need to like kind of put yourself in the presence of God so that when you pray, you actually do feel connected, right? You're not just praying to this thing or this being that's like up there somewhere, right? And I forget the fourth way, but there's like 3 ways that I remember that you can kind of get your head into the proper space so that you feel connected with God. One is to remember that he's literally everywhere all the time in all things all at once, which is nuts. He's in you, right? He's in everything all around you. And he's constantly everywhere. So if you remember that as you pray, that might help you connect. Another one is that he's in your heart and in your soul at all times. So if you can connect with that idea, you know, that Jesus, the Lord, God is like literally inside of you all the time. Pretty weird to think about. And then the third one, which I really connected with because I'm just kind of a visual person. It's kind of hard to visualize God being everywhere all at once all the time. I don't even know what that is like. You know, it's kind of weird. It's like I'm thinking of like more like air, but that's not it. But the thing that I connected with was, imagine, right, Jesus in whatever way, or if you're praying to Mary, imagine Mary, right, sitting right next to you. I imagine Jesus, but imagine Jesus, because I just find him to be like kind of this like loving, like brother type figure, you know, like he's like really caring. I find the Father to be very like super scary, and I know they're all one God, but just my own personal like understanding and like visual representation of each of them, I find Jesus to be like this very kind of loving, compassionate being that I can connect with. And because he was human, you know, we have all the movies and pictures of Jesus, so it's easy to visualize him. And so before you start to pray, if the other two don't connect, maybe you could, I can't really describe how to connect with those two because I don't connect with it. But the way that it really helped me is like, imagine if you're sitting down on a couch, which is what I do in the morning when I pray. Sit down on the couch, look up at a cross, and then like close your eyes and imagine Jesus like walking up and being like, "What's up, Garrett? Can I pray with you?" Being like, "Yes, Jesus, of course you can pray with me." And him sitting down and just kind of like snuggling up next to you, and then putting his arm over and being like, "All right, you lead. What do you want to pray about?" And all of a sudden, you're like praying with Jesus. You know what I mean? You're not praying up to Jesus. Like, you're literally praying right there with Jesus. And that is what you're doing. It's just kind of hard to put yourself in that mindset. So, I don't know. Maybe that will help. It certainly helps me. And I only read that like, I don't know, maybe a week ago, 8-9 days ago. And I've forgotten a couple times just because I'm not really in the like strong habit of doing it. But even just right now, like in the video, like me just honestly, because I really just did it right there. And if Jesus came up to you and was like, "Hey, you lead. What do you want to pray about?" I'd be like, "Whoa!" But that's what he's doing every time you pray. He's right there. So use your imagination. It's a gift. Imagine him sitting right next to you in a real sense, in a way that you understand. And then you'll feel much closer to him or whoever you're praying to. I just find it easiest to do it with Jesus. So hope that helps. Have a great day. Happy Monday. Have a great week. God bless. See ya.